So first, let's understand why it's happening. So right now, China and America, just think of them this way. China is a manufacturer and America is the buyer. Okay. And same like you guys, you guys are the buyer and your supplier is the manufacturers in China. This and right now, China is exporting $436 billion to America. Meanwhile, America also taken to the role of a manufacturer as well. They export back to China, but only $154 billion. So based on this number, you know that China is selling more to America. A lot of their backbone businesses and their economy cash flow is coming from America. So that's number one. So my point here for you guys is China depending on America to keep the company intact because their backbone is manufacturing. So with the trade war currently happening, China would have way more to lose because of the economic instability. As you see right now, imagine if your buyers not buying from you, who hurt the most? You as a seller hurt the most, right? And right now, China also have a lot of other things going on with their economy. That's why right now, this whole trade war thing eventually, hopefully, it's going to end within 2025 or it could drag on maybe a year or two. But hopefully we're going to see an end to it because one side or another have the war now. And for our judgment, I think China would have more to lose and eventually they have to give in at a negotiable term with America. Number three, China right now heavily rely on export to the US to sustain their manufacturing power, which is I covered in number one. So imagine if they manufactures and no one is buying, they cannot import it to America due to high taxes. Eventually, they're going to have a lot of stock in their warehouse. No one getting paid. Good is stuck at the warehouse. And eventually, those factories would have to shut down. And that would hurt the Chinese government because a lot of businesses in China right now are government back. Okay. Number four, US, they can hold out longer since we are not relying on manufacturing to sustain our economy because 77% of the GDP right now come down from service sector and only 10% to manufacturing. And on top of it, America, we are the biggest lender to hold the whole entire world. The whole world is using the US dollar right now. So who make the US dollar? The Federal Reserve, which is co-relying with America. That is why you guys can borrow money because America is a lending business. And a lot of it is come from servicing and lending. Okay. Number five, the play that Trump Trump not to bring manufacturing back. It is right now, you may think that Trump wanting to bring manufacturing back to America, right? Yes, but no at the same time. Because right now, really, it's just so many things that Trump want to put it on the table. So that way he have more negotiation power. It's like a negotiation tactic. I would recommend to read The Art of Negotiation by him so that you know that he always stack up a bunch of things on his negotiation. Okay? And right now, China plays China plays a tariff on US good at 8%. US play a 3% tariff on Chinese good back in 2017. The goal right now for US is how can they want to reduce as much power from China when it's come to manufacture, like the negotiation power between China and the rest of the world. When the US are using this to weaken up the Chinese, because if they are weakened up, right, they have to stick to their own place, which is manufacturing and stay low and not have to overpower USA. Okay. Number six, Most company will be moving manufacturing to other country because right now, if you fly from China, Asia to America, it's going to be very long haul, right? Same with many manufacturing, they don't have that power. Let's say right now, Apple, they may have that power to bring everything back. And that is what Trump won. Trump won the major player guy, move back to America. But for the smaller people, they would have to move around in different country. Trump are using this as a way to teach China as well as teach major player in the industry like Apple and let's say other company, US company that are relying on overseas. They have to bring their power back in one household. Okay. That's what Trump trying to do right now. And right now, the term will be set ahead of China since every other country willing to negotiate. And as you see, Trump already pausing a lot of the tariff tax on other country. Remember, right now, China is America #1 target. Trump wanna depower them because when China is weak, they cannot rise to become the #1 in the world. Number two, Trump trying to bring back all the major player, American company, to move a lot of their operation back to America to feed the American people. Okay? To create a powerhouse, basically. Number 7, right now, price will not increase on Amazon quickly since seller already have inventory in US warehouse. So you won't see anything happen right away. And it could take 2 to 3 more months with some minor changes. And what does it gonna be for you guys? Is right now, perhaps. I know so many of you already plan ahead. Like for example, Susan, she already have inventory in America by planning ahead. That's why it's important for all of us here to always plan ahead of time in this game. And right now, if you have inventory in America right now, it's an opportunity for you because many people, they are looking at the gap. But if we are looking at the gain right now, you can profit $1 more on your existing goods because some other competitor, they may not plan ahead of time and they have to increase the price significantly. But for you, you can increase by $1. Let's say if you have 2,000 units or 10,000 units, that is already a profit right there for you, which is price gouging, but not like too significantly that could kill your sales, okay? But use this as an opportunity for you to stack it up because right now during this stage, we have to play in a reserve mode. We cannot play we have to play in a reserve and defense mode. Every single dollar that you can make more and save is good, especially during this chaotic world right now, okay? And number 8, new tariff policy will need time to execute. So it could take 30 to 90 days depending on how extensive it is. What category? So anything that was set in stone, it will take time, which is enough for everyone to prepare. And that's why right now, like I always share with you guys, as my student is always have your books, always prepare, write things down, plan accordingly. And that's allow you to execute. And 70% of your goal will be accomplished by just writing it down on paper. So challenges in business will happen, and this is opportunity for everyone with a business to start preparing for the worst case scenario. Overall, every crisis that happened in the US, we've seen to get through it. This is the same cycle, okay? This is not something new. But what's good for us as a business owner to do is always about preparing. Write down your pros and cons. Set out different scenario could happen. For example, scenario A. What happened if tariff is here to stay, right? It's less likely to stay this high, but it will be here to stay, okay? So when that happened, what do you need to do? Finding out maybe perhaps diversify your manufacturer. Right now, it could be a good time to diversify different manufacturers. Start actively looking. Put it on a time block. That's number 1. Number 2 is could be working with your manufacturer to see if they are already have any relocation in, let's say, Vietnam or nearby neighbor. Because these Chinese manufacturers, they have connection too. And they may have their friends have warehouses in Vietnam right now. And perhaps sooner or later, we may have more make in Vietnam, because right now, the Vietnamese government is a really good negotiator. They already reduced the tax from to Americas down to 0% from 90%. So they're willing to negotiate so that they can be the middle country to take advantage of the situation. So that's why I want to share with you is perhaps now is a good time to consolidate on the relationship with your manufacturers, networking, and see what are other source of suppliers that you can perhaps work with. And same in America too. Let's say if you are selling product that are in the supplements, a lot of company in America can do supplement as well. And also perhaps diversify. Let's say right now, if you are selling product that related to beauty, health, education, find out what are the digital product that you can sell, especially right now in the digital world. What are, let's say, a $10 books, a $200 program. And there's a lot of knowledge out there that you don't have to create from scratch, okay? When you are my student, I don't tell you to create it from scratch. Borrow and make it better, okay? Just like Thomas Edison. He borrowed the light bulb from Nikola Tesla and make it into streamline and enrich himself. That's what we are doing right now, okay? So find some digital products that you know your customer are using. Buy those program, use ChatGPT, improve on it, and then you can perhaps hire, let's say, someone to, let's say, for example, like a doctor that have to use your product, have to feel good about those guys, and pay them to represent and be your speaker, okay? So those are some of the lever that I would do in my situation right now. Remember, those are the things that in your control. Those things are in your control right now. Tariff changes, you cannot have it. But these are the things that would help you make your business. Okay? And this is from Charlie. Remember, Charlie built his business from scratch in 2008 during the market crash. And he stuck through. Right now is going to be a good time to know who's going to be the one to stay. Okay? So this is Charlie. Imagine if he gave up halfway through. He would not be where he is now. The only time you lose is you giving up. So take the power in your hands and go and take action. Don't blame on other people. We're not here to be there and babysitting you. We're here to give you the mindset as a mentor to hold you accountable. But in the end, you have to move. And Charlie, the same way. His story is a sign for us to pushing through, especially during those times right now. It's going to be a time for you. The weak competition going to move out the way. The big one going to stay, okay? So play very strategically. And that is the understanding of tariff. And I'm going to go through number 2, the workaround to reducing the tax, okay? The tax reduction right now that we can do. This is in our power. Before we go there, I'm going to pause real quick to have any question from you guys and answer it. So any question from me so far based on what I share, and drop in the chat what is the one takeaway that you have right now. Any question? Drop it in the chat for me. And comment number 1, if you guys are on the same page in terms of the whole tariff situation, understanding and the mindset walk around. Mindset is important. That's why I want to host this class, because my class is supposed to be for next Saturday, but I want to show up for you guys. Perseverance is key, and control the controllable. Okay. All right. Everyone is comment number 1. That's good. All right. So now we will go into number 2.